Hello there. Can you all hear me okay? Just making sure I can hear myself. It's okay, no problem. I just had to turn on my Twitch stream manager for streams, you know. Hello, Netbert. How are you doing today? Hello, Ribrick. Welcome as well. I'm going to be starting the stream a bit different to what I've been advertising. I'm not just going to start with the giant so far. I am going to let you see the cutscene intro to the Origins map, because it will give a lot more insight into the characters for anyone who is unfamiliar with COD Zombies. Hello! I'm happy you're here. And thank you to everyone else who's joined so far. As I say, I won't be starting until about past, so you have time to relax, you have time to rest, there's really no rush. Oh, don't you worry, there's going to be a lot of lore discussion. I really do implore for everybody here to ask questions if they are confused about anything, because this is a very confusing series. Honestly, everything to do with it is convoluted, and I kind of love it about that. That is the best thing I can say about it, is I love that it is convoluted. Also, I made this emblem. It actually took me longer than you might think from how it looks. You really have to just size every single letter before you actually get into colouring them all, and it was just a bit of a headache. So I just was like, you know what, that'll be enough. I'll go into the zombies so you can actually have some more music. Just to make it easy for anybody here who is not familiar to explain that there are 4 characters that are important to the map that we're going to be playing. This guy right here is one of the most important guys. So I'll turn down the music a little bit because I imagine it's a bit loud. Yes, it is, Rebecca. I've been trying to see what it actually works like, and thankfully it actually does work a lot better than what my PS4 did. My laptop couldn't handle this either. My laptop can't even open Monster Hunter Rise because like it keeps loading the shaders. Kind of ridiculous. This game's like 10 years old though, so I wonder what trying to run the newest one is like. I hope when this goes up as a VOD that there isn't too many copyright strikes, because I've never done this before. Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about it, Mandy. It's fine. Everybody gets cold. Sure, my granny calls me during D&D sessions. I know how it feels. These are all people I'm not friends with down there, by the way, in case you're wondering. I don't know who any of them are, so hopefully none of them have bad names. They don't look that bad. But yeah, this guy who's sitting at the campfire is Edward Richthofen. He is a doctor and worked underneath a man called Ludwig Maxis. He was in his classes whenever he was younger. And he isn't the nicest man. I don't know if he'd really be very courteous. He'd probably just look at you and say, hello. He is the character that this map is the most focused around, the giant. Look, he has to do everything in his power to secure a better tomorrow, Nanraid. He can't be socializing. So there's him, there's Tank Dempsey. He is an American war veteran. He is very specific in field reporting things at the start of his character logs. Yes, his name is Tank Dempsey, yes. I forget his first name. Tank is his nickname, but he goes by Tank Dempsey all the time. He still sounds like a radio DJ. He was in a fictional version of real wartime. He would be like an American vet, essentially. They are framed as being World War One time period characters, as you'll see in the first map's intro cutscene for these characters. And everything to do with them is a lot less normal than you'd expect something from the Great War to be. There's a lot of magic and technology and things you might not expect. So, welcome Robotic Jester. Doesn't matter if your name is taken. We know who you are. So after Tank Dempsey, there is Takeo Masaki. He is a Japanese servant of the Emperor and lives by a code of honor. Now these versions of the characters are a lot different in how they're not just caricatures, they are instead more focused examples of people from these countries. And Takeo Masaki, he would be the most underdeveloped of the characters for a lot of people, but once we get to his map, which is a little bit later on, because I hope to do a few more of these streams, we will see that he has a lot more depth. I actually would like to try and do the Easter eggs at some point. I've never done them all. I've only done a few of them, as you'll see. If anybody who's played this game will see, I have literally no gate worms, which is a thing that you have to get from finishing Easter eggs. I wish they did, Rebecca. Honestly, I don't think they. That is something that I've actually had a lot of discussion with the people who've not played these games before. Is that they actually do wish that they played uniquely to each other. They're basically they have more voice lines. That like they have specific voice lines for the character that they are. They are having a unique experience. You're having a unique experience through them, depending on how and who you're playing as. Each map has unique lines for them, and so everything to do with them is dependent on the context of the map. They don't have different running speeds, but there is a perk called Stamina Up that makes you run 2 times speed. I would love to commission custom emotes. Honestly, foxes, red pandas, anything to do with my brand, as I probably suppose I should put it. It would definitely be a lot more fun to have. But considering this is a start, and I do have a lot of artist friends, I could probably commission them. Who knows? Rebecca, you are in the midst of one of those people who would very much be good at commissioning for that. I don't know who it is. It's a bit unclear. I got about 6 minutes till we start proper. Just want to make sure people have a bit more time to get in here. I suppose I could tell you about the last character then, which is Nikolai Belinsky. Oh, totally not. No. 0 animation skills. Definitely doesn't see me reposting your stuff in my story. No. Is that a teddy bear? I can't make it out too well. Nikolai Belinsky is a Russian Spetsnaz, ex-Spetsnaz, and who would have actually been there for many of a battle as well. So basically the best way to put it, all of these men have been through the ringer. They've been through everything that you can imagine. And even more. As you can see, all these zombies are wandering around. This is a place called Are there any women? Not in this game, unless they're characters that you can't play as. It's not really very woke. No. Black Ops 4 does have a character who gets brain controlled, mind controlled, and forced to kiss Medusa, and she's a woman. That's woke, but it's also not because she didn't want to do it. Anyway, that's probably the least woke game out there. Okay, just the only thing I can tell you is that the man that you're looking at, Edward Richtofen, is really, really gay. And if you hear a voice line where he talks about putting things in his mouth, it's what you think they're trying to go for. Have you played this before, Robotic Jester? Oh, very good. How much have you actually indulged in? Because, like, I'm probably just going to retread stuff when it comes to the Giant if you've played it before. No harm. I'm happy that people here know. you're okay, no worries about it. Having a mild knowledge is probably going to help you at least a little bit. If you know what a zombie is, you know what a Richtofen is, and you know what Element 115 is, perks, and a Pack-a-Punch, those 5 things is all you need to know. Oh, I'm gonna have to ban somebody. Oh boy. Who do I ban them? How do I ban this person? Got it. If anybody can see those links, please do not click on them. They will definitely take your info. I know nobody needs that in their agenda. No, I get that. The zombies are just ambience. There is actual music playing, but I've turned it down so you can hear me. Whenever we get into the game, though, I'm going to be quiet. I know that's okay. There was scam links, yeah. It actually came up saying, possible ban evader, and so it probably, like, hid it from all of you, so I had to get rid of them. So it's better to have them gotten rid of than to have you worrying about that. But, I'll at least show you the map now. Here is the first map that we are going to be playing. This is the Giant, which is a remake of a World at War map called Der Ries. It's a direct translation of the German word. So it says, reawaken the Giant, return to the secret facility where it all began, and strike at the heart of the zombie scourge. A lot of things happened here, and it's a little confusing. And so, to see where these guys came from, now at 7:30, I am going to put on the first cutscene from Origins. Now, we're not going to do that just yet. I'm going to have to reply to Nanraid. Don't you worry, Nanraid. There will be more colour when we get into the game than you might expect. There's a lot more colour in this game than I can express with the first screen. Color black should be used for dark matter boss fight and that only. Honestly. Oh, you're allowed. You're allowed to say whatever you want here, Rebecca. I don't think you're gonna be that bad. You're very woke. Woke is never a joke, okay? Okay, it is time to start. I am going to put on this cutscene, and I'm going to put on this audio a bit higher so that you can get a good listen to it. Okay? We're not going to play this map, but we're going to at least allow you to see the start of it. Is everybody ready? Awesome. Let's go.
It began long ago, on the battlefields of the Great War. 2 German scientists sought to harness dark and mysterious forces buried for centuries. They believed their discoveries would assure Germany's ultimate victory. What they could never have imagined was just what else their research would unearth. As an ancient evil ravaged the front lines, The hopes of the Allies rested on 3 soldiers sent to stop it.
Let's take a moment and break the ice. So my intentions are known. See, I have pity in watching you suffer. I know the feeling of being damned alone. I got a storybook of my own. Don't you see I am your pride? Agent of woe, bearer of need.
My name is Samantha. I'm going to tell you how all this really began.
Okay, so what did you think of that? I think that's one of the best intros, honestly, to any of these maps. It really, really sells me on the characters. Oh, it was actually, I'm going to credit him. He's going to be here in a little while. It was the Motivator's idea to show this off first. Yes, they are killing Nazi zombies and other different nationalities of zombies as well. It's mainly the Axis and the Soviets that they're fighting. So, it's this kind of framing of, oh, they're bad, we're gonna fight them, everything, but we're also part of it because we have characters from those countries. Even if it isn't really that they're good people. You don't play as good people in this. You play as people that want to survive. And so I'll ask now the rest of you, so you have a bit of control here. Would you like to see a little bit of this map, or would you like me to move on to what we're actually going to play tonight? Because I would like to do this map at another point because I've not learned it properly. I will admit that. It is quite convoluted, and it it's very, very different. I'd rather ease you into a little bit more of a clearer map. There's a lot of stuff going on in this, and even I don't really fully understand it. And so I would rather like take my time with that and properly give you a stream for that. So is that okay? Would you like to see a bit more of it? I'll walk around and show you it around, or would you like me to just move on to the giant? Okay, I'll move to the one I know. But I just thought it'd be a good intro for all of you, and I hope you like that robot. That is what the map looks like, so you get a good view, I suppose. We did. I don't even get past round one. What kind of a streamer am I? Okay, let us get into what we're here for. Potato.
Dr. Maxis. This ain't funny, Doc.
Turn around. Slowly.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, we know. That's why you better do exactly what we say.
A great evil approaches. There is a chain of events that must be set in motion.
Future hangs by a thread. You must awaken the test subjects.
Richtofen! Whatever you're thinking of doing, don't do it!
You do not want to meet what's on the other side of that door.
You cannot begin to comprehend the great evil you could unleash.
Damn it, Richtofen! I thought we were done with this!
What can I say, Dempsey? Things change.
Only a fool would dare to change history.
I am no fool. What I do only to secure a better tomorrow.
Yeah? Well, let's see if we live to see it.
Okay, well, I'm catching up with chat. What do you mean, where are the doves? Is that a thing Medic has? Bro really did press the big shiny red button. Honestly. He does not listen to anybody, and as you saw, that's what happens. No, I do understand it. I've not seen Meet the Medic in a long time. Fortunately, we didn't get Rick Toffin at start, but we got Nikolai.
Where is he? That foul, stinking, rotten German! He was here. Now he's gone? He will pay for what he has done. Mark my words.
I will ask, would you like me to restart till we get Rick Toffin because we get more of a storyline, or would you like me to just continue on and showing the map for a bit more? Yeah, no problem. Oh. So the first idea with this is to get as many points as you can, just to get out of the spawn. So if you can follow that light, first of all, to get the mystery box, because you get guns from there. And luckily enough, it's actually near the power switch. So this is a remake of Derry's. I'm gonna die. Great. Okay, that's a great example of why I should pay more attention. But look, at least we might get Rick Toffin this time. I was trying to explain too much at the start. I did, honestly. Good crush. It's not a bad thing, though. I do want to have Richtofen so you can get more of the story. Zombie people. Don't worry, I can skip the intro. You don't have to worry. Try and focus on actually getting set up before I show off too much. There we go. We got Dempsey this time. He's got funnier lines.
Field report. Dimensional insertion point was off. We were too late. Richtofen interrupted established continuity. What happens next is uncertain. Allied operatives MIA. I have no choice but to continue the mission alone.
Okay. So here we are in the jive. I'll actually focus this time, not mess up in the first one. Japan is part of the Allies, yes. No, not part of the Allies, sorry, the Axis. I apologize. I don't mean to confuse.
Infestation confirmed. Positive identification of 115 on site. As expected, my memory's slipping. Unable to determine current jump count to this location. 2 at least, maybe more.
Okay, that's the first door, but you need to get points to open the door. There's a lot of doors on this map because it was one of the older maps, and they kind of padded out the runtime. There's nothing wrong with this map. I've played a lot of time on this map. A lot of good memories as well, to be honest. The reason why I might be confused is thinking that Japan might be part of the Allies is because of Takeo being on their crew, but the actuality is that all 4 of them are on different sides of the war, considering Takeo is from Japan and Falcon's from Germany, them being part of the Axis.
Nothing left in my guns.
Dempsey's kind of the odd one out here. Sensibility that like he would be against nearly all of them, and so you'd think they wouldn't get on with him at all. As a character, Richtofen practically hates him. These are very specifically the modernized characterizations of them. There are other ones. When you say shooter levels, what do you mean? Like, there's really, the only goal with these maps is to kind of get to a high round and then die. But there are Easter eggs which are like directed quests that you can do that allow you to get more of the story. I haven't done all of them, as I said. But I would like to do that, honestly. I would like to get good enough again at this game. This is a gobblegum machine. And as you can see, we got crate
Got a lot of flavor.
which this is a great item, which as you can see on the screen, will allow us to get the next box gun, which the box is up there, pack-a-punched for free. This is the power switch, and so everything works, and the pack-a-punch and teleporters are now online, and we can actually use those as well as traps to keep us alive. I like how the music starts up when the power starts. It's like everything else is being turned on for you. As you can see, there's no living souls here other than the ones I got here. The 4 guys.
Having failed to secure the intel, test subject's location is currently unknown.
Damn it, Richtofen. Why do you always have to screw everything up?
Dempsey's talking about there is to do with the test subjects they're trying to find to get the souls, to put them in a safe place outside of the scourge of the undead. What you see in the cutscene where Richtofen killed what actually is his other self from a different dimension. He bent down with a summoning key, as it's called. It's a spherical object that you can put people's souls into. And it's a way to basically transport them to a safer location. Not everybody gets to have that happen to them. Not everybody deserves it. But it ends up that some people that go there will be able to live their lives out again as a I suppose child form of themselves. Basically starting anew. And that's what mainly the whole storyline of this is to go through all the different parts in history where their souls were at their strongest. Like, for example, this is the exact moment in time where Richtofen's soul is at its strongest because he has been freed of Ludwig Maxis and Samantha Maxis, who he would see as people getting in the way of his plans and essentially being just an all-around problem for him. Samantha, though, at this point in time was between 8 and 10 years old, and so she really wasn't doing anything against him. But he sent her into the teleporter, which is what you see the younger Richthofen come out of. And her and her father went in two separate directions. She actually went to the moon, because the Nazis have a base on there called Griffin Station, and they experiment on people up there, animals, anything you can think of. The entire group that works on this is called Group 935. This is their logo. And they are a mainstay in the story. Is it muskrat? What do you mean? COD stories being hidden by man, shoot man, cool vibes. You have a friend who was a part of the COD fandom and she liked it for the characters. I am exactly that side of the fandom. I really like playing the maps, but I personally feel a lot more importance in what the characters are feeling, because they have a lot of depth. This is a very convoluted story, so I have to really respect it. I think Dempsey is a little bit more normal for a lot of people. They do like him, he's very silly. I get that scene when they see Elon Musk's SpaceX wanting to make a Mars base. Yes, I'm sure you know. Also, this is I have a link to this teleporter to the mainframe. It's some level of an archaic power system. It's not the best setup, but it works. But no, when I was saying about Elon Musk, it is quite clear that he takes a lot of his ideas from things he's into, and he isn't very good at masking that. And his way of trying to present himself as very intelligent and he thought of all these ideas really pales in comparison to how everybody else already knows that he is stupid.
Dead flesh sores.
Trying to be cool but not equal.
Not a chance in hell, freak bags.
This skull means instant kill. As it showed it. Do any of you have any questions so far? I'm very happy to answer them. Keep in mind, I'm about to hit this nuke. This is going to have a flashing light, so if you're sensitive, I'll give you a second. Okay.
Yes! Boom, baby!
The girl and her dad, they get transported to just different places. Yes, he did call them freak bags. He also calls them maggot addicts. He thinks they eat maggots. But no, they got transported to different places. His daughter, Ludwig Max's daughter, got transported to the moon. Maxis, I cannot lie, is a little bit unclear about where he goes because they bring him to the moon soon after. Some of the earlier lore I would need someone to brush me up on. But I can tell you that once she got there, Samantha Maxis became so afraid what was going on, like basically being transported into a Nazi food base against her will, the entire world being taken away from her. She was forced to face this reality.
Like, you know, a minute.
She got afraid of it and ran directly into what was on the moon and being tested on. We got the ray gun first try, by the way, and we got great fire, so it's pack a
These
punch.
upgrades without having to lay out so much dough.
Sorry for the confusion, I'll explain it a bit better now. I just didn't expect to get the ray gun. The moon has on it a thing called the MPD, which is a moon pyramid. And it is an artifact left behind by an alien race known as the Apothecons. They're only really established upon in this game. The map prior to it, Shadows of Evil, has different characters as the focus, and I didn't want to play that one because I can't do the Easter egg solo, and so it'll be a lot harder for me because I don't have that many people I can play this with.
Not today, freak bags.
But that is where the modern McTuffin got the summoning key, which I'll try and like send a picture in some way, somewhere. You need to look it up. You'll find it easily. And when it comes to that, then the MPD and the summoning key are both Apothecon artifacts. They're both focused directly on souls, and so there's like a separation, I suppose you could say like a philosophical separation between mind, body, and soul.
Never gets old.
Within the actual bodies of the people and who are affected by it. And so, like, the actual summoning key itself, it seems like there really is.
Bloodshed can continue.
It seems like there really is only one of them. It seems there's not that many of them. And so they use that across different dimensions, which a different version of Maxis, but not the one that you saw going into the teleporter, another one who, as you can tell, is very convoluted. The Maxis goes into the sky, okay, after you see at the start of the Origins map cutscene. Richtofen has performed surgery on his brain. He has put his brain into a mechanical device, and at the end of the Origins Easter egg, sends him up into the sky.
There's brains all over the place!
Towards a place called Agartha. And Agartha is a real place in mythology. I would need a bit of a refresher on it. I really only first heard of it in this game.
This tastes awful.
And it would be a place of solitude, as I was talking earlier, where all the different souls will go to. Please stop me if this is too much. I am trying to work through it as best I can. Just know that whenever Samantha went into the MPD, it corrupted her, made her a little bit crazy, nearly evil, and linked her with the zombies. It's like an afterlife that you can come back from. They go there, and in a later game, end up actually within a new timeline. That's just feminism, though. The thing with Samantha Maxis, though, until one of the most recent games, Black Ops Cold War, she actually didn't really have much autonomy in this. None of what she was doing was her choice, and it actually affected her so heavily that she had really no control over what she was doing. This storyline does go to a lot of different places that is a little bit harsh to take on. I will admit I played this when I was a bit too young to be playing these games again. But I can express that it helped me understand more convoluted stories that I got into later in life. This isn't the best story. It's not the most empathetic, it's not the most enjoyable. But I do feel a lot of respect for how long they kept it going, how much heart they actually put into it. I've only ever had some experience with actually doing the story-based Easter egg modes, but it ended up like where I didn't have many people to play with.
ass kicking if I don't get more ammo.
I didn't have any way to play them online or something like that. But I kept up to date with it whenever people were live streaming it. So I wanted to make sure everybody felt like, you know, like, not everybody felt like, but everybody that I was talking to about it actually, like, kind of understood it, at least on a level. It is... oh.
Fetch me their soul!
I'm not gonna be any puppy's chew toy.
This is a dog round.
No ammo. Well, this frickin' sucks.
Welcome, Sayoha. Happy you're here. Don't worry about being late, I understand. You have to kill dogs, unfortunately. This is a part of the teleporter storyline I was expressing earlier. These are the offspring of Fluffy, which was the dog that Samantha Maxis had.
Deep in celery shit with no ammo.
It was a dog that Ludwig Maxis gave to her as a birthday present, and it was pregnant whenever she got her. But Richtofen, being the asshole, trying to do things behind Maxis's back, put Fluffy through experiments, then into a teleporter, and then her soul and the children she had got sent into the ether and turned into the Hellhounds. So, I don't like it.
Something so beautiful about blowing shit up.
Probably the most concise way I've actually explained anything so far.
All the hell.
Also, I really like how vocal the characters are playing this game. Does the dog die? The dog kind of dies. The dog kind of you kill them in this circumstance with those dog rounds, and then pretty sure they kind of recycle their soul. What do you mean? Sayo, is the way I'm talking? I'm sorry. I can try and slow down. I might be muffling my mic, you see. Oh, audio balancing. Okay. Well, I can fix that.
Still chunks falling.
Can you all hear me better now? I apologize if I've been explaining a whole lot of stuff and it wasn't coming through very well.
There's brains all over the place.
Hopefully it's better. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna make sure you can all hear me because I want to explain as best I can. I think this is a better opportunity now for me to explain a bit more about this map. Specifically, this, as I was saying earlier, I hope you like the robots, because that's one of them right there. And that one is the one that they will use later in the next cutscene for the map after this.
So beautiful about blowing shit up.
Which is a Dempsey related map actually, so I'd have rather gotten Dempsey on that map than this one, but it's no harm. A lot of the things in this world are directly built by Group 935. Oh, welcome, Cinnabon Cicropia. I'm happy you're here. Have you heard them somewhere else before? I like this laser gun too. I'm gonna try and get more wonder weapons. Zombie specifically has these kinds of weapons. It actually got Pack-a-Punch right away because I got great power from the Gobblegums. I think Rebrecki recognizes you. Twitch didn't censor anything on my end. You're alright. Now, COD really is a war game in actuality, but the actual storylines of zombies are a lot more focused on the interconnectivity of the characters and where you go next. I suppose you could say it's a war on the undead to try and live past dead. If that makes any sense. I wonder who's being censored. Yes, like people trying to achieve immortality. Uh, in a way, you could say that, yeah, they're just trying to get back to their normal lives. That's a lot of what the characters want. They want more comfort, they want more of what they used to have, I guess you could say. Because so much is taken away from them, they really didn't have a chance to say goodbye to anything. They really didn't have a chance to choose where their life was going to go. These people signed up for war and then were in war forever.
There's brains all over the place.
I didn't realize storylines in zombies had fantasy and other dimensions. Yeah, honestly, at the start there really wasn't any. It was only whenever they got into like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 that they really pushed for more of that. Black Ops 3 takes it very far, as you'll see in any later streams we do, that the characters basically fight in space. I will give you a little teaser to know that there's a map called Gorod Krovi, which is Stalingrad, but there's mechs and dragons. You fight a dragon and a mech as one of the boss fights in it. You think you remember seeing your neighbors playing this game or something similar? It's an era of gaming you missed, unfortunately. No, no, I understand what you're saying. The newer Call of Duties are a bit more difficult for people to enjoy because like these characters were so important to them. There's nothing wrong with the new games apart from Black Ops 7, which I will instantly condemn here, has AI generated calling cards. You can very easily tell that they are because they're using the Studio Ghibli yellow style. Uh, so don't play the new ones. I've had this for years. I got this whenever I was young, and I haven't paid a dime on this game since I got it when I was young. So honestly, I would recommend enjoying the things that you like now and the things that you're going to like, and you know, don't let AI dictate anything. I am very adamant about that. Only a second, I'm catching up with chat. You like that this is more fantasy than just generic war game? Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely, Sayo, I agree with you. I feel like there's a lot more focus in this story than there is in their campaigns because only like I say three of the campaigns are properly interlinked story-wise, and it's just not that good. Dragons and Mechs, hell yeah. You damn, I didn't know COD had hands. There used to be, if you mean literally, there used to be a weapon in World at War that went unused that was finger guns and it only shot pack-a-punched bullets, and I think that's rad. I never got to use it, but you can get it on modded PC versions if you want. COD turns anime, mechs and dragons. AI in COD. Are there characters in the new CODs? There are characters, they are important. In the most recent one, Black Ops 7, they've got these guys again, but from different timelines. I'm not going to overload you all at the start of this journey, because honestly, there's far too much to explain in one stream. What did you miss, Rebecca? If you were talking about when I was talking about AI randomly, it was because I was just bringing up don't play the new ones, the new Call of Duty games. Black Ops 7's got AI stuff, and I don't recommend it. They basically kind of ruined a lot of the fan base's opinion of them because they were trying to change so much of the games, and then they just decide, oh, we're going to do AI calling cards. We're going to threaten to replace our long-standing voice actors with AI. Samantha Max's voice actress, for example, that you heard in the Origins cutscene, actively left after being there since World at War because she didn't want to deal with it. Um, Corporates try not to ruin everything for everyone, challenge impossible. Totally agree with you, Sayoha, honestly. It feels like at this point in gaming that that's all that corporations are there for. I'm glad she got out too. I feel like not everybody left, like, because like they had a position. Like Nolan North's still there. Um, Fred Tatasciore voices Nikolai, by the way. And if you know Nolan North voices Rick Coffin. Tank Dempsey is voiced by Steve Bloom. These are specifically the English versions of their actors. And then Takeo Masaki is voiced by Tom Kane. Tom Kane would have been, would one of you would know as the voice actor for Yoda in the Clone Wars and the narrator for Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the show. And Nikolai Belinsky's Fred Tatasciore. I know him from films. I don't know him too well from other voice acting roles.
Still chunks falling.
Noel North is Nathan Drake from Uncharted, and as Dara Quest had told me, Engine from Crash Nitro Kart, and Mind Over Mutant, and Crash of the Titans. And who's the last one? Yeah, Steve Bloom. Steve Bloom voices what's his name? Spike Spiegel or Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. So that's where you probably know him from the best. They always, yeah, like they unfortunately got to take the job if they want to put food on the table. Yes, absolutely agree, Rebecca. I hope more VAs see that they need to seek greener pastures elsewhere, and we need to support them in those places. Yes, totally, totally. They do deserve to have better circumstances. There's a lot less people out there now that actually are wanting to work with AI and not have a unionized membership. Like honestly, if you're not in a union, you need to try to get into one because people will abuse you if what you're doing is something that they want. Steve Bloom voices everyone. Yeah, he's great. They go Batman and they go Batman 1. I forgot. Yes, he said about that. I love that. Okay. I am going to try and get and leave one zombie at the end of this round because I want to try
Beautiful about blowing shit up.
and show you a little bit more of this map.
Never gets old. All the hell. There's just something so beautiful about blowing shit up.
I do apologize if I do not answer too quickly.
Brains all over the place.
I'm pretty bad at keeping out of the way of the zombies sometimes.
Check out the flying meat puppets.
Ooh. I have a lot of memories of this map. Up here is where most people would camp. If anybody has played a shooter, you know what camping is. Sitting there and waiting for them to come to you. I'm gonna leave them alive. An NPC called Motoro in the PSP and 3DS action platform RPG called Gudamine, and I like Gudamine. I have seen and heard of Gudamine, but I've never actually played through. Please send me stuff about Gudamine, I would love to see it. I am going to finish this teleporter so we can unlock Packet Punch. Then I'm going to try and put on the Easter egg song so you can actually hear it. Talk amongst yourselves as I try to get myself over there. think I already did this one. Yeah, I did already do this one. There we go. This is a tech I learned from a friend and I used to play with him online. If you only can run for a certain amount of time, but if you slide just as you hit the ground, you can go faster. And here we go. And the punch is open. I'll play this guy with shoulder. I don't want him to die though. Ah, so great. I want to catch up because I've basically set up for this now. This is like survive as long as you can type game, or is there quests and story missions, Sayoha? There's both, actually. I am going to be doing the Easter egg on this map, which is a very, very simple Easter egg. It's called the Flytrap Easter egg, and I already have a pack-a-punch weapon for it. I'm not sure if it works with a ray gun. I know it works with pack-a-punch bullet weapons. Um, Steve Bloom is also Ignis from Promare, for the dozens of fans who know what I'm talking. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I actually, yeah, we caught on to that pretty quick. I remember he's very distinctly, his voice. He always sounds like himself. Actually, narrator, it's really funny how Steve Bloom has range, but you always kind of know it's him. He's got that little tone in his voice that he expresses properly. We got to watch Promare when Nanrate was over in my house. What do you mean there's good music and is a one-off oddity made by Falcom, the devs who do the Ys and the Trails series of RPGs. The fans are insane, I believe. They're insane? I didn't even know that. The only Trails fan that I actually properly know of is DevilLeon7. There's a shout out for him, honestly. Go watch his YouTube stuff. He's great. He's mainly a Yakuza YouTuber, but he's got a lifelong love of the Trails series. Um, I love movement tech, you say, Sayoha. Yeah, absolutely. I love being able to move better. This game is a little bit outdated in like the more modern games compared to them because there's movement in modern games. Like you can vault over that railing, for example, without having to worry about zombies hitting you on the way. Um, but like this game has stuff. You kind of have to work around it, but it is old now. There's been 8 CODs, I think, since this one. So there's too many. There's far too many. They made quality with this, and there's a lot here yet to see. Uh, Trail series is insanely long. Leonard is a spin-off of a spin-off and is a ridiculously long continuous story. Unlike Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, or even Ys, which all are singular stories mostly, the Trails are all connected instead. Yes, honestly, everything I've heard about Trails feels like a crazy undertaking to get into. But I really want to try playing the Trails into the Trails. Which one is it? The Sky? What's the name of it? I cannot remember the name of it. Trails into the Sky, I think, first chapter, the remake, because it seems like it'll be a lot more easy to access now compared to the older ones. And I'm pretty sure from what I've heard that Trails of the Sky, okay, not Trails into the Sky. Trails into Daybreak is later on. That's why I was getting a bit confused. Now, I really like RPGs, so if you need any recommendations, I would be glad, very glad to give them. Okay. I am going to try and turn this up again so you can hear the voice volume. Because I want to try and see if this Easter egg works. Here. No. Won't work. Actively need to have a bullet weapon. I'm going to turn down everything else at the minute and try and work the SFX volume up because I need to be able to hear this. I just want to be able to get this to work for all of you. I can't really hear too well if this is working or not. Okay, that was one. For sure. This is a bit buggy, will it not? So it is not the best. Oh, I shot myself. No! Oh no! Oh no! Okay. Okay. Thank God for that. I stream on Twitch because it keeps asking for my phone number to be verified for YouTube. It's a bit awkward. Oh, man. Do you have any more questions about the lore of the map? I can try and explain it best I can. This is one of the simpler maps to understand, so it's not as deep. But I do like talking about it. Okay, Sayova 39, where do the zombies come from? Once upon a time in Shinonuma, a Japanese research facility called the Rising Sun Facility, yes, it's very on the nose, a meteor fell down, and it was within it a component called Element 115. And Element 115 reacted with people and turned them into the living undead. And so, that was not exactly the first place it was found, but it was found, as you saw in Origins cutscene. Sorry, Sayo, you weren't there for it, I apologize, I'll explain. In northern France, it was 1914, in a chemical deposit underneath a French trench. Oh, very worldwide. There's a map in China on a high-rise. I will reply in a little second. I've just been trying to get this Easter egg to work because this is very buggy, I've noticed for me. Okay, I'm down. That's fine. That's the way it goes. Whenever I turn the voice volume down, I can't hear them. Big deal. I'll turn them up. Ah, look, it's the Motivator. Welcome, the Motivator. We did unfortunately not get Rick Coffin. We only got Dempsey. I understand, don't worry.
I got power in my veins.
We're trying to get the song to work or something working for me. Shooter! to catch up with chat because the thing I was trying to do just did not work. Yes, so I am playing on console. Um, no, not too much cool happened apart from I showed the Origins intro cutscene. I've been trying to get a few Easter eggs to work. Oh, there we go.
I want to play a game. Let's play hide and seek. Those are her exact words.
Well, I set up that one fine. Thank you. Now, this is the hide and seek Easter egg, where we have to go around the map and find 3 things of interest. Around the map. The only thing about the giant is there's no shield. Other maps have a shield. I need the motivator to do the Easter eggs, they will work now. Yeah, honestly, they weren't working before, so thank you. Okay. Let's give this a go. There we go. I'll turn it up for you all to hear. This has been a bit disjointed, but you get to hear the music. Try to catch up with the chat. Seriously, thanks for coming in, Motivator. The music was not working for me. He actually made it work. So on screen, brothers are talking about Dragon Quest. This is the Dark Souls of Black Ops. In all seriousness, they can talk about Dragon Quest. I'm happy to be a place for anyone to speak. But this is the Dark Souls of Black Ops. This is harder than hard. You have to be quick. You have to be strong. Well, strong enough not to die. Yes, I know my audio is really low. The music's up. There. That's all I wanted to do, is to present the song. And now you can hear me fine. Yes? I play as Rick. That's fine. Good song, thank you for sharing. I'm happy you like it. If you want to look it up, it's called Beauty of Annihilation Remix. I believe Brian Tuey remixed it, and the original song is by Kevin Sherwood, and the singer is known as Elena Siegman. The only thing with Dragon Quest talk is I cannot read it too quickly. I apologize, but I will try and catch up soon. I do want to be involved in it. I don't want to feel like I'm leaving anyone out. Okay. So, we do the other Easter egg on this map. Does anybody up there... Does anybody see anything up there? That's what I suppose I should ask. Is there something on that staircase? The Motivator says yes. But we know the Motivator's biased. You don't see it? That's okay. You also cannot see it. No worries. I will show you where it is after I kill these zombies, because oh my god. There we go.
Hey, you found one. I can hear her. Even now.
Up there was a teddy bear, which is actually a direct reference to the original Maps World at War dialogue, where Samantha Maxis would play hide and seek with you. That voice is Dr. Maxis. But there's no shame in not seeing it. I didn't expect you to see it.
Tear some shit up.
Oh no. Oh no, I just got rid of the ray gun. Oh no, I might have messed this up. Oh well.
It's okay, baby. Seriously, thank you. I'm so dead.
Yeah, that's it. I just messed it up. I apologize. I apologize. I might have to jump back in again. I shouldn't have done it mid-round. That was my fault entirely. I guess I can catch up now. The Game Boy was after the NES version, but you like the Game Boy version because it is very faithful. It has visuals and tweaks that you like, but the NES version is probably good too. You love Dragon Quest, you suggest perhaps playing the Game Boy Color version on an emulator if you want to check out the original style. DK, Dragon Quest 1 Nanraid feels very old because it is and is very stripped back. No party members, you fight one-on-one with monsters. No skill trees, but the fun is in talking with NPCs to find where to go next. Like a treasure. Could be a bit difficult though, perhaps the recent remake is good, I haven't played it. No, I understand what you're saying with the Dragon Quest 1, like actually playing the oldest one is a good way to do this, like a good way to actually experience what it used to be. Like, I feel like some people are a bit afraid of going back to what something started as, just because they're like, oh, that's going to be outdated, that's going to be old. But it's honestly really unfair. I think it's really unfair. No, let this cutscene play through again for everyone else who hasn't seen it yet.
Dr. Maxis.
And then we'll try and do the other Easter eggs for you.
This ain't funny, Doc. Turn around. Slowly.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, we know. That's why you better do exactly what we say.
A great evil approaches. There is a chain of events that must be set in motion.
Future hangs by a thread. You must awaken the test subjects.
Richtofen! Whatever you're thinking of doing, don't do it! You do not want to meet what's on the other side of that door.
You cannot begin to comprehend the great evil you could unleash.
Damn it, Richtofen! I thought we were done with this!
What can I say, Dempsey? Things change.
Only a fool would dare to change history.
I am no fool. What I do only to secure a better tomorrow.
Yeah? Well, let's see if we live to see it.
Welcome, gruntledly present, to the stream. I'm happy you're here.
Where is he? That foul, stinking, rotten German! He was here. Now he's gone? He will pay for what he has done. Mark my words.
Now, for all of you who've been here for a while, I can explain that dying really isn't that big a deal. Because within the narrative, the characters that we're playing as are stuck in a cycle of death and rebirth. And every time that they die, they're forced to come back to this and experience it all over again. Everything is directly tied to their souls. They're the only ones left, apart from a few select humans and other timelines that they go to. Damn it, Richtofen. I thought we were done with this. That's your favorite line, isn't it, Motivator? I'm very happy you like that line.
Curse this confusion. I must remember my mission. Why I am here. The enemy war machine must be destroyed.
How many times have I done this map today, Motivator? I did it twice now. I died on round 1. I was trying to show people this logo. I will admit that. But then I got there a bit higher. But I intend on this one being a bit different because I'm a bit more warmed up, a bit more able. And honestly, it is because I'm not used to talking a lot when I'm playing the game, actually. So I want to try and get better at that for you all, because I want to be a better presenter. But at least I got to show you the song so far. That was the thing that wasn't working for me all the time. So I'm very happy that that worked out. The last thing I have to show you now is the hide and seek Flytrap Easter egg. I'm going to turn up the voices. And then I'm going to turn down the SFX.
Free ammo? It is only right.
You can't tell that was a communist joke from
I must find
Nikolai.
way to survive this nightmare. Perhaps these machines may help me fend off the wretched hordes.
I actually voiced Steve Bloom. Look, at this point, I don't know if Steve Bloom's a real person. He could be a character. Motivator. Oh, he voices you. I don't know if anybody can actually rebut that. He could be voicing you right now. We can't hear you. Wait, this is a fact. I should platform go up these comments here. 1 wee second. It's his least important role. Batman 1 is his least important role. Wow. Motaro from Good I Mean doesn't sound like a professional at all in that role. I do want to hear his voice lines now in Good I Mean. He also voices Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop, Grunt from Mass Effect, and has a role in Everything Ever, Ignis from Promare, as you mentioned. Yes, Nanrit? I feel like filthy capitalist. Yes, Motivator. So I wish I was voiced by a cool guy. I bet you're voiced by a cool guy. I've never heard you speak other than on your streams. But you sound like you're voiced by a cool person, in my opinion. I think you sound awesome. So the other night, is there limb damage in this game? There is and there isn't. You can make crawlers, you can break their legs, they'll crawl to you. But in the more modern games, you can break their body parts, yes. If you shoot them in the head and they die, they're dead. You can't do anything with that. Motivator, I like him as Orochimaru and Wolverine. Yes, he's very good as both of those. Orochimaru, he sounds really different, actually. That's what I was saying earlier, how Steve Bloom sounds very similar in a lot of his roles, but he's so much different in that role specifically. No problem, Sayoki. No, I'll try and present this a lot better now for y'all, because I am warmed up, and I will admit, I do die a good bit in these games. I can't lie about that.
I am surrounded by hell pigs.
Welcome to everyone else who've joined. You're welcome to speak anytime you want, and you don't have to either. I welcome lurkers. Okay, I'll do a collab stream someday if we're lucky.
Nikolai is coming for you.
Be kind of fun. Him and Nolan North could cast a lot to just use their own speaking voice, which is unfortunate, and they don't like that much. You don't like that much, or they don't like that much? Have they actually said that they don't enjoy doing that?
It is simple enough, that. Pull trigger, hell pigs die.
Simple enough, huh? Pull trigger, hell pigs die. I don't know, I think the lines must be are very powerful. Hopefully you can find time during holidays. I hope that you do stream again soon, Sayoha. I really would love to be there. Don't part of the whole thing about it. Yeah, no, I just didn't catch it he actually had that. I kind of just assumed that he was, like, making a point. I didn't know he was making it, like, in a negative way. Because, like, I do know what you mean. He does actively get cast to say things in his own voice. So, if there's anybody here who has any more questions, I'm happy to answer them. As I say, it's a very convoluted story, and we're not going to get it all covered in the one video or stream. I don't know where you're watching it. A huge leap for communism when I was a teen. It was a weird phase, weird but based. Yeah, look, as long as you moved on to social, you can be anything you want. my god, I just heard Steve Blooming, but I mean, how is that the same guy? I need to hear him now. Like, I don't know. Are we doing the Horizon Dragon? I don't know. I was gonna try and do it on the next stream. I haven't actually shown this whole map yet, but if everybody wants me to do the Horizon Dragon tonight, I can if you want. But I don't know, because it would be a lot of months.
We got raisin paid, huh?
I could even give you a little teaser of it if you like, I don't mind. What do you all think so far, though? Because this is one of the more simple maps. I can't really show you that much, and yes, I have died. I'm sorry. I suck. But, I can high route if I really try. And I will really try on this one, I promise. You like the giant a lot, it's a great map. You know, it is a good map. It's a great map to start out on. Everything to do with it is a lot easier to follow than other maps. Get this going. This is actually the first game I ever played on my PlayStation. First PlayStation game I ever played that I own, actually. Whenever I was younger, I only
I
really
only
had
wish you could
Nintendo
buy us more time.
or an Xbox 360. Watch any good show? Not today, but I'm still trying to get through Gurren Lagann. That's a good show. It's a death machine. You like your 360, but nowadays you wish you had a PS3. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. PS3 had a lot of great exclusives, specifically on the PlayStation Store, from what I've heard. Like, I feel like there's a game I've always wanted to play, which was Trombone. Must have mentioned Trombone. I never got to experience it, and every time I keep seeing it, I'm like, I love that art style. You get a second-hand one? You probably could get a second-hand one. I can just need money, lol. No, I know what you mean. The second-hand market's nearly as expensive as the first-hand market nowadays. Better off going and finding a friend who doesn't want it anymore. Might get a TV thrown in with it. I know people around here who've literally just thrown stuff up on Facebook and sold it right there and then for like $30. The controller and a few games. You got the original PS3, but it's pretty hard to find these days. The fat PS3, I think. The Motivator, I must censor the big PS3. I'm joking. I know I'm being fat. I'm fat. PHAT PS3. There we go. So I've never had the luck of finding electronics in the trash, but I do find furniture often. Yeah, no, that's a good point. People love to throw out furniture, but it's so much harder to clean
The
furniture.
killing starts now.
I feel like I wouldn't trust myself with, like, second-hand furniture. Like a chair, maybe? That'd be okay, but like a sofa or a mattress? Your family had a 360 and there weren't many games for you. Young you would have thrived if you had a Wii U. I wish we lived closer to each other than right whenever we were young. Because I would have shared my Wii U with you wholeheartedly. Yeah, somebody throwing out PS2 is ridiculous, Motivator.
I think it scratched me.
You say throwing out? Or... No, you mean that you have PS2s other people threw out to you. Is that true? You just keep finding them? How do you keep finding them?
Though flavor is strong, I still have stench of blood in my nostrils.
Never had a Nintendo anything really new. I would be a totally different person if I did growing up. We can always rectify that now. I won't say nothing. If you can sail the seven seas and find anything you like. Man writes, my brother's called Crash Bandicoot Gay. My interests were not safe. Why? I remember you telling us about it. Why is he gay? Is it because he's not wearing a shirt? He looks more like a surfer dude than gay. And if he is gay, what's it their business? Oh. Oh, they meant gay as on secondary school gay. Oh. It's not as fun. I know what you mean. What's up? Motivator, surfer dudes can be gay too. That is fair. That is very fair. Surfer dude being gay is a likely opportunity for other gay surfer dudes. I have to catch up here, this is going too fast. They call Pokemon gay, causing me to be a closeted Pokemon fan at age 11. Well, Henry, I feel so bad for you. Because I loved Pokemon since I was 7. And it was like my saving grace whenever I was sad when I was younger. Honestly, I feel really bad about that. But you can love it now. You can't get rid of any of the lasting feelings, but we can always celebrate what we loved and enjoy it now. It is very important. That's what I'm doing this for. I played with some weird people when I used to play. It's really rough. Secondhand shops, thrift stores for the rest of you. For the rest of you, it's just Motivator. Everyone else is American, sure. um, terrified of Crash. You're terrified of Crash? Has Smile haunted your nightmares, Theo? I feel bad for you now. I used to be terrified of the shrubs from Mario and Luigi Partners in Time coming underneath my door because I used to sleep in a bedroom right in front of the front door. And I'd see the light from the hallway because I would go to bed first because I was a child. And I would think that they were trying to come and get me with their spaceship. So I know the feeling. Andrew, you liked Crash the Titan specifically because he is much cuter than the classic Crash. His smile is creepy. Yeah, I guess it's creepy. He's a PS1 model. We let him be. Maple, you're trans. Being a closeted Pokemon fan isn't something you should feel sorry for me for. But still, they made you feel bad for something that you loved. I feel bad about that. I can be trans and be a Pokemon fan as well. I'm having a great time. I don't care if people don't like trans people. Being trans is rad. You're alive, you're happy, you're who you are, you're who you want to be. Why would you want to be anything less than who you want to be? Funny thing, the one I played as a kid was Crash of the Titans. Oh, so you were scared of Crash of the Titans. Oh no. Oh no. uh, yippee. Crash of the Titans 2. Trans Joy! Exactly. Trans Joy. I will do a Pokemon stream sometime, Rebecca, actually. I just need to get a capture card. If Evil Octo gets back to me, I've asked them directly if they would like help me understand how to get a good capture card. And they said they'd tell me which one they have, so hopefully in the future. And also, if Evil Octo ever streams, go support Evil Octo. They're on Blue Sky. They're very cool. Crash of Titans is what you direct a lot of your hatred towards. People know this. Yes, Motivator. You have I don't, how should I word this? Uh, a particular disdain. A particular disdain for Crash of the Titans. It's never going away. Crash of the Titans never goes away.
This
I'll keep playing
Russian
that.
is ready, eager for more blood.
And as you can see now, we got a ton of points. Somebody likes Crash, it's an atrocity. Ah, he's not that bad. He's got cool tribal tattoos. You like Gambit, he's got tattoos on his arms. Trans people and Crash of Titans fans should shout loud and proud, Crash of the Titans! Trans Crash of the Titans? Somebody draw trans Crash of the Titans? Unless they are already trans Crash already? Trans man representation? Oh my god. That's Gambit sugar, that's different. Okay, Motivator. Okay. There's your Gambit fan art, huh? You see that in your posts? Also, I have no issue with any of you shilling yourselves. I would like for all of my artist friends to be friends. And for all of my non-artist friends to be friends. Have friends. Be friends. Be happy. And be kind. I hate people being rude to people I like. I don't have to tell you that, though. You know, I accidentally drew a hyena when I tried to do Gambit. Yes, I know you accidentally tried to do Gambit and drew a hyena. No one's shaming you. You brought that up yourself. You could have just let that be a secret. But you let it be. Like, somebody that knows Gambit in here is going to think, how did he try to draw Gambit and get to a hyena? I don't even know how you did that, Motivator. I don't know how you even managed that. But I respect that you did it, because it was awesome. It was an awesome drawing in the end. No shame, Motivator, don't worry. I'm very happy with it. Nearly the end of our stream there. Oh, nearly died. I don't even like Crash of Titans anymore, lol. It's really repetitive and has unfunny jokes. 1 second. It has unfunny jokes, but it still has vibes. I have never played it. Okay? I've never played it. I just always have seen stuff about it. And I like Coco's design, Crash of Titans. She looks cool. I like her.
I got four in my mouth.
Let's see what has been said here. The Gambit became a beautiful boy. He did. He did. Even though Gambit is already very attractive, even if people, want him to look a little less attractive in depictions, from what I've heard, he's meant to be a little bit more dirty and dingy. I would rather them be a bit more dirty and dingy. Um, Cinnabon Cecropia. Boy, yes, yes. Don't worry. I understood what you meant. Don't worry. Why does Carolyn have the same name color as me? I thought it was mine. You can change your color, I think. I like this color. Okay, Motivator. Okay. But I can inform you on my chat, her color of green is a lighter color. It's a lighter color of green. So you have a different, darker color of green, so you're not the same color. Don't fight. Um, let's just say our friend Maple here is new D&D character is a big hyena dude. He is a big hyena dude. He will bury you if you are not good to him. He will weigh you against justice. Some would say it's not very creative. Green is a good color, yes. It's creative enough. It's creative enough. Let's say it's not very creative. That's you, Carolyn. That's you, Carolyn. Forgot that's your username. Hello. Oh, don't worry about it, Henry. I knew that was her username from years ago, and so like I was just ready. I know it's her. Do not feel shame that you did not recognize it. Sometimes a guy just built different. Oh, I get it now. Gahichi seems like a cool guy. Cinnabon, you deserve to have a light green color. You are not going to be stolen from. Don't let it happen. He seems like a cool guy. Yeah, he's a cool guy. UDM for D&D is right, Motivator. I'm very thankful UDM for D&D because I love D&D and I need to be a part of it. Born ready. Okay. I should play the game. Okay. Okay. I need a quick revive at the tree. I should be more relaxed this
Maximum
time.
ammo equals maximum death.
Bleed. Ready to die.
I grow tired of this foul-fetid fish juice.
Don't worry about Sale, I understand. We'll still be here. Maple's playing as Nikolai. Yes, I am Nikolai. I am indeed Nikolai. Don't worry. Take your time. No problem, Rebecca. Have a lovely time and take care of yourself. The VOD will be up on my YouTube if you do want to watch anymore. I'm going to try and get a bit more into this so I can actually show off the rest of the Easter eggs. But this map does not have very much of an involved Easter egg. Have a good evening. Take care. Have a good evening. Bye bye.
That's me, I kill you now. Ha! This almost makes it too easy.
Okie dokie. Let's actually do what this map wants me to do. Get in my way. Zombie. Very cool. Sorry, Motivator isn't as funny today. It's tired from putting on Christmas tree. You're fine, Motivator. I'm not gonna get mad at you for putting a Christmas tree up. Your energy levels are allowed to be however they are. You're allowed to be whoever you are and however you are on the stream. I'm never the kind of person to stress on somebody else for just being tired. This Juggernog, by the way, never talked about it. These perks are very important.
I feel
The
my
blue
body
one,
throbbing with strength.
the blue one is called Quick Revive. Whenever I go down, as you've seen me do on the stream already, that will revive me and help me get back up again. And so I can continue on like nothing happened. But I only get 3 of them in a solo match, and if I use them all up, they go away. The red one there is called Juggernog, and it allows me to get hit for 4 hits instead of 2, and I don't die as quick, essentially. You DM'd last night and then watched the Game Awards, so you're wrecked. No, I understand. You're fine. It was a full fight that we probably
We
shouldn't have
will
bothered
have
staying
but
up
a
for.
moment's peace.
I will tell you, Nanrate, you dodged a bullet trying to not stay up for that because it was very, very nothing for a lot of it, to be honest. Sonic got nothing and Mega Man. Yeah, Mega Man's back. Something actually I should tell all of you. The Mega Man game, the new one coming out, Dual Overload, which is Mega Man 12, is having a boss design contest, and if any of you are interested, you should send in an art piece of a design for a Mega Man boss, and so if you win, your boss will be put into the game, and I think that's really cool, really cool. So I recommend you do that. You wish you didn't stay up, Motivator, but new Yakuza game kinda. Toshihiro Nagoshi's making a Yakuza ripoff, so you're finally happy he's the original Yakuza writer and director. Yeah, that game is called Gang of Dragon, and I think it's really ballsy for a guy to end off his trailer from a from leaving a studio that he used to make the games on. Basically, he was the head of RGG Studios for a time, making all the Yakuza games. He left it, a game series that was set in a fictionalized Kabukicho, which is the red light district of Tokyo in Shinjuku. Um, and he ends off his trailer with this new protagonist walking past the Kabukicho gate. And I think that is ballsy. That is crazy that he would ever try to do something like that. But he did start the series. He, I suppose, in a way, is the only reason it exists. So it's ballsy, but I think he's allowed to do it. And right, lots of the Mega Man devs became indie creates and been going strong ever since. It might look different, but the Mega Man DNA still exists. Yeah, no, I'm happy that indie creates is still going. Is indie creates the ones that make that game Majo Gami and Umbra Claw? Nanrate, is that what those are? My original character was Mega Man, Mega Woman, Mega Person. Motivator and Nanrate, why are you just throwing out ideas that you could win in this contest with? Like honestly, like you're just throwing it out here for free. So yeah, it is that studio. Very good. Happy to hear it. I wanted to make sure because I have not played many of their games. Cactus Man. I don't think so. The DM here, the Motivator should know. They play Blaster Master Zero. Oh, they made that game. Oh, very good. I remember that one. Thank you. That game's cool. I do really want to play those games sometime. Okay. I'm not getting very lucky on the box here. So I'm gonna have to try and get all of the perks I
The
need.
hoarding of wealth is choice of capitalist regime. Rasputin, stay dead this time.
Is everybody doing okay? I'm doing okay, actually. I'm feeling a bit better today. I was feeling a bit sick today. You're fine, man, right?
I will paint the walls with their blood.
I hope this is helping you relax. Even if there's a lot of lore being thrown at your head. Got a teddy bear.
Vias, no one tried nailing this down?
That means the mystery box is gonna go somewhere else. The light that was there, gone. Taking it easy. You did work earlier, but you got tired and sad. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're okay. But I'm happy that this has been nice for you. I'll always try to be a safe haven for people. Christmas time's very lonely for me, mentally speaking. It's not because I'm actually alone, it's just I miss people that I used to have in my life. You watched the new Knives Out today, Motivator. Don't worry, Nico, I'm always here. Oh, thank you. I'm always here, I appreciate that. I'm here for you too. Don't worry, chat, this isn't an appropriate record. You don't have to record the Motivator.
Insta-kill! All shall crumble before Nikolai!
Okay, let's finally pack a punch and show you this damn Easter egg, because I died trying to show it earlier.
I wait, I wonder, my mind goes blank.
No, I didn't ask Motivator something. I was telling the chat that they don't have to worry about you saying that they're here for me. I was saying that, like, some people probably find, oh, you're chatting to a streamer like that. Why are you doing that? I'm more meant on the sensibility that you are my partner. I was telling everybody that it's okay. Don't be worried about it. Why we were married. I have to give it a pull out the elf belt and guilty gear now just to reply to that with a full sign that actually makes sense.
Everywhere they explode.
Sorry about the flashing lights. I did try to put the trigger warning in. I hope that anybody who's in here is aware. I don't want to be a problem for anybody. I don't want anybody to have any issues because of me. Domestic aggression is normal, guys. It's chill aggression. It's more like a sanction. You see, that just does not register. It's too far away. I'll pack a much different gun. It's open Cold War. Yeah, I think you do. Need to make an Activision account, yes. That's how my save came back over. Yeah. Bomb. Memory. They actually don't hate each other. I like to think we don't give off the vibe that we hate each other, but, you know, sometimes translation is lost in the digital waves. I suppose for a lot of you, this is the first time you're actually hearing me. So, do I sound like how you expected?
Now they stand no chance against this Soviet.
I don't think we ever do. Where's the aggression thing coming from? He's just joking, dear. Calm down. Motivator.
Sexy Russian Nikolai.
Don't worry. Don't be sorry. I mean, it's your fun. I called that. He's just overprotective. No, I'm very sad that we didn't actually get Rick Coffin for any of the games that we tried to play. We got Takeo, we got Dempsey, we got Nikolai, we didn't get Rick Coffin once. This is Rick Toffin's map. I want Rick Toffin's map to be available. Although it was very funny when you were teaching me Magic the Gathering and you two were bickering. It was very funny. Yes, well, we were at odds.
Hell, pigs! My gun is full of bullets. Soon, you will be the same.
Thank you for following me, Motivator. I just seen that you did. Okay. This is the classic trading spot. Or not trading, camping spot. I was looking at the classic trading spot down there. But this is the classic camping spot. My brain is not working. I guess we can talk in 2 hours. Don't you worry, the Horizon Draka stream, which is the next one, will have a lot more narrative to it. Anything that will be happening in that will be a little bit more engaging. There's a lot more character stuff going on. So if any of this is a little bit dull, don't you worry, you'll be having more of an epic experience next time, because I'm going to be trying to do the Easter egg. If any of you are interested in any of the writing I've been doing, I've been trying to work on a novel recently. That's why I've not really been posting poetry that much. I took a big break because I was doing the October Poetry Writing Month challenge. And I did 31 a day. And if anybody has ever felt burnout, you'll know that it does not feel good to write too much
I have seen this
in a short amount of
on
time.
the battlefields of northern France. I remember a mechanical man.
Okay, we've actually got a gun
The
that's being ready
carnage
for it.
continue.
I will properly show it off now. It is not that big of a thing for us to have waited for, I will admit, but on the other maps it will be more large in scale. There we go.
I want to play a game. Let's play hide and seek. Those were her exact words.
So, 3 things have spawned in on the map. I won't be dying this time. There it is. Monkey bomb.
Hey, you found one. I can hear her. Even now.
See, this Maxis is really depressed in the sense that the one that was talking across the, I suppose, dimensions, you could say, is not actually the Maxis that is Samantha's mother. Her father, sorry. Is the Ludwig Maxis from the Origins cutscene I showed you at the start. And he's kind of talked to through what is called the Ether by Samantha, who escaped from the last dimension, which is a whole other thing, and was trying to contact somebody that was her father in other dimensions because, well, she was scared. She wanted to be free. And so this one is trying to kind of walk through the storyline of what the older one had to find the characters with a beacon. So let's see now. I'm gonna get this one.
You found another one. There must be a purpose to this.
And finally, I can actually show you the last one. Here you go.
I see it. The beacon is lit. I know where and when you are. Sooner or later, I will find you. Together, we will ensure a better future for the children.
When he's talking about having a better future for the children, it is related to the souls that are already within the house in Agartha, where currently there are only 2. Edward Richtofen's soul and Samantha Maxis' soul. But that will all come to be clear in later stream. Now, our reward for that Easter egg is found in the furnace of this area right here. I'll show you all together. There you go.
Oh, I have not seen this before.
It's the Annihilator, which is not important to the zombie storyline. It's actually simply a multiplayer specialist weapon brought into zombies. They reuse some things in these games. There's nothing wrong with it. You can see it here. This is the Annihilator. It is a hand cannon, which I will show now.
I hold the power. All will fall before me.
So, Motivator, you like teaching people magic? Yes, I'm very happy that you do, honestly, because I get really confused with magic sometimes, like really easily. We've come a long way, though. We only started playing this year. Nanry did pick up on it pretty quick. I do hope we get to play it again sometime if you're ever over again. Nanry is a lot easier than TCG, Pokemon TCG. A lot more intuitive than Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. Both you tried to learn in video games and videos, you didn't have the cards. Oh, I understand. Well, if you ever do have more interest in actually trying the Pokemon TCG again, I have a lot of cards if you want to make a deck sometime. No harm. I would offer to stream it, but I do not have a setup for that.
Cheap goods. I'd like the sound of this.
I hope we get the monkey bomb so I can show the last Easter egg. Well, I guess I can show those.
Time to fry those undead pigs.
We just got the Wonder Waffle DG2. This is the very first wonder weapon made by the Nazis, which is wonder weapons are literally just derived from the concept that the Nazis believed in, where they could make the Glocke into something. If anybody knows about the Glocke, think of that. Does anybody here know much about, like, I know it's a weird topic to be into, and I'm a trans person talking about Nazi storylines, it's kind of a contradiction. I do condemn everything to do with Nazis. I do feel like everything around them is disgusting. And I do like that the depictions in this series they're very stupid people, who are kind of running around doing things that hurt the rest of the world. None of the Nazis in these stories, especially in Call of Duty, are good people. Even Richthofen's simply just a nicer Nazi. But you're not really a nice person if you're a Nazi, are you? Even if you're trying to fight against militarization, which his character is. He's more into the science of it. Okay. I will admit I had a long amount of time in this game. I've come to love it over the years, but I didn't have that many people to share it with, as I was saying earlier, so it's nice to be able to do this, so thank you very much for being here. Do any of you have anything on your minds? Anything you've been up to these days? Yeah, a lot of hours spent in Puyo Puyo and you're not very good. Well, I have a lot of hours in this too, and I'm not very good. I mean, my highest round is, I think, just in the 50s, really. I'm not very good at that. I'm gonna try Cold War Zombie, though. I'm gonna try it nothing? Okay, sure. Wish you luck.
This is your destiny, hell pigs.
It's really weird having parallel play with zombies of all things. I'm inspiring you! Well, thank you very much. One very important thing I wish to tell everybody is, please drink some water. Because I have realised I've not had any in a while. I'm gonna have some right now, after I pack a punch is gone.
This machine appears to follow our every step. I wonder who sent it. And why?
I'm not entirely sure, Motivator. I didn't really look into the systems of that game too well. But I imagine it's not that difficult. There's a few I had unlocked from doing certain amounts of kills on zombies, or doing just the campaign and getting operators from that. The thing I probably not like the most about it is that there's not that many characters within it that you're actually going to get much use out of. It's not really the kind of game that's like this where you feel like you actually care about the people you're playing as. Nanny, what can you tell me actually about Puyo Puyo that's like in the game, the one that you're playing? I've only played Puyo Puyo
I
Tetris
almost
2.
pity any hell pig who dares
I actually really
run
want
at
to
me
know about it
now.
more.
Not really.
Okay. I'm gonna try and get the Easter eggs something again. As you can tell from what's up here, these are actually brain stems inside of a tube. They would have done a lot to a lot of people in this facility. Puyo Puyo 2 became a standard for Puyo Puyo gameplay as the first one didn't have the ability to counter your opponent's garbage Puyos gained from their chains. The first one didn't have that. That's like one of the main things about it, I recall. That's actually kind of weird. Why did they not have that? I wonder. Well, not why did they not have that, but I'm surprised they didn't have it at the start. Right, it's called Sue because that means rain in Japanese, and the Puyos rain downwards. That's awesome. Oh, I love that. I love wordplay, honestly. It's so cool whenever characters have that. Or, like, honestly, a game having that as a title in general is really good. The good thing about the Puyo Puyos is how they stick together. Sounds like the English word too. It's actually not too dissimilar to how Counter Double has wordplay with its name being, you know, Counter W.
Nikolai relishes the slaughter.
But it's two halves of the same whole. It's double U, as in there's two people in the same body.
You, demon spawn!
I'd love to see a Puyo Puyo 2 stream. If you were going to do it.
I just killed 100 zombies in the row. Where was everyone else? Electrocution. Just like Buddha. You're a fool for touching Nikolai.
Puyo Puyo 1 has better vibes and little cutscenes and animations where Aro interacts with another, and even though I couldn't read the text, the animations and expressions were so clear and charming, I could understand what was going on. That's really cool. It's really nice whenever games are visually understandable. I feel like there's a lot more games that aren't visually understandable than there are that aren't. Sorry, there are a lot more games that aren't visually understandable than there are games that are visually understandable. And I feel like things are good gameplay-wise if they're more easy to understand, even with a language barrier. Because there's some games that still don't have fan translations that people love to play. I mean, I know there is fan translations for something like Panel de Pon, but I've only ever played it in Japanese. But the menus are easy enough to understand where you need to go around it to actually play it, which I do like.
Supplies for all. It is the Soviet way.
Let me see. What? Conrad says, Puyo Puyo 1 is a linear progression where you try to beat one character after another until you finally get to Satan and hear the best boss music in the universe. In Puyo Puyo 2, you climb a tower with a choice of enemy characters per level, but there are no backgrounds or character animations to show character or charm, so I don't love it as much. Climb a tower, slightly better Oh, I like that about Puyo Puyo 1. I like that Puyo Puyo 2 introduced the garbage system, like the garbage counteracting the counterattack system. But like that's really sad. Like visually, they've kind of affected it negatively. You jumped and you seen Juggernog on this side. Do you mean in Cold War or on the Giant? It's because you were afraid of it? I don't understand. The Motivator. Fanrate says, the music also isn't as good as Puyo Puyo 1, in my humble opinion, of course. Yes. Honestly, please send it sometime. I would like to listen to the ones that you think are better. I will a good listen. And Forsaken, you just like seeing them. Oh, you started on Forsaken? That's the last map. That's a weird one. It is the top of the order, so I understand why you would accidentally do that. Yeah, it's a final part of the story for that game. I guess. You might want to use the teleporter as quick as you can. The starting area is like Grim Lake from Moon, where you have to teleport out of there before all the zombies show up first. Yeah, no, you're better off figuring that one out before you get onto it. Try D-Machina. We should have said images on Twitch, I'd love to see them. About the Puyo Puyo art style. I really love the characters. I've only really drawn one of them. It didn't go very well. I will inform you, people in the stream. I am actually like at the end of things I can do until I get monkey bombs, because this map does have really very little on it to show off.
Killing zombies is now twice as rewarding.
I just wanted to try and high around a little. So if you're happy to see me do that, I'm happy to talk with you. If you have any questions for me, I'm very happy to answer.
With this hammer. It is like fireworks, nah? Blood fireworks. Maybe later I will blow bubble.
Okay. So as you saw there, I just got Mule Kick, which is the 5th perk icon there. That allows me to hold a 3rd gun. I think that's really cool.
For so long, I was only dry bread. Never touch deadly Russian, hell pig!
I just got the 2nd best weapon for us to have in this situation, so I'm very happy. I have to give up the ray gun, I think. It's not very good for me at the moment.
Socialist reform.
Now you can see in my links on the stream or on my account that if there's anything that you'd like to look at more of when it comes to my writing, I am a poet. I am more than just a poet to do zombies. I have a lot more to say. Welcome back, Sayoha. I'm happy you're back. We haven't died yet. We got further than last time. That is good. I'm happy we're making some progress. Very far from pro gaming, I'll say that.
Perhaps the songs are intended to hypnotize us, to pollute our mind with capitalist concepts.
I finally got a good call. Honestly, a lot of shooters are weirdly expensive after they come out. I got this copy second hand. I had my original copy from years ago, but I sold it one time to make money for another game. And so I just had to say goodbye to it. You know?
These are dark times.
What do you mean
We
the
must
clock returns
remember
the
why
same? That's
we
what
are
actually
here.
could go wrong.
If only I can remember.
I am not very well caught up on Borderlands drama.
Perhaps we ourselves created this manufacturing device on our previous travels.
Oh, they made their game spyware? Oh, God. Well, I'll tell you, try not to play any Call of Duty games on PC if you can help it, because if you play online, hackers do steal your information on there. I am not saying anyone should play this game on PC.
No wonder they are
There
so
is no
skinny.
protection on there. It's terrible. I play alone, you know I get that. I play a lot of single player games. Most of what I play is single player. Like, this is multiplayer. I could play with other people. There could be 3 other people in it. But, like, unless anyone has a PlayStation, which is very far between, I don't think we will. But the Motivator had suggested we might try something in the future, so look forward to that. But I think we're on the home stretch here now. If we die entirely when it comes to this run of this game, I think
This is flavor unlike
I
anything.
won't go on for too much longer because I don't want to overdo it with the giant. I don't want to make people sick of it. But I do want to make sure that people that hear can actually hear the thing at the end that I want to do.
Who breeds these things?
Because I put a little bit of effort in. Just a little bit, it's not that big. Am I able to be heard okay? I'm just making sure because I don't want to be talking too quietly.
I held on.
That's perfect, thank you, Nunu. I want to make sure.
Supplies for all. It is the Soviet way.
I really want monkey bombs. They were right there. I cannot believe the box teased us. That's pretty good to have. This is in plain sight, which allows me to be ignored by zombies for 10 seconds when I use it. So if I get really trapped in here, they'll leave me. My favorite things about this map actually is how it ties into the rest of the later story. This was the map that was the final one at the tail end of World at War's DLCs, which was the game with the first zombie maps. And everything to do with that game was really just an experiment to see if people liked this mode. World at War had Nocturne and Totem, which was its very first map, and everybody who played it didn't know it was in the game until after they had beat the campaign. And when World at War came out, you actually couldn't play that zombies mode unless you beat the campaign mode first. So, whenever word got out that it was actually something in the game, and was put into the game by other people. Well, not other people, but devs that were on the team that didn't really clear it fully. They just kind of put it as a little joke, just to see what people would think of it as a little bonus at the end. But it got so popular that they planned DLC around it. I think that's really cool. This is alchemical antithesis, so every point I get a bullet. I turn on the power and machine by going all the way down to the bunker, and then following the objective marker to the like control panel. You'll see it very clearly underground. You have to go all the way underground. No problem. I just did it yesterday, so it's fresh in my mind. And then to unlock Packet Punch, stay around in the power room and press 2 other panels, and then go into a big circle, which is a temporal anomaly.
You didn't bring enough helpings to take on Soviet. Max ammo. Free ammo is only right.
Now, World at War was mainly an experiment which went from Nocturne and Totem, which is free on the disc, to Verrupt, which was a sanatorium, to Shino Numa, which was the Rising Sun facility, which I talked about earlier, where LM-115 was properly first discovered by the original crew. Origins is a different timeline where the stuff was found, you see, so it's kind of contradictory a bit, so it's a little convoluted. But, sorry, Cinnabon Cicropia. By the way, how did Game Awards go? Anything fun get announced? There was a few things. You still know close to nothing, Dan, right? Okay, let's work through it. They announced a new Star Wars pod racing game by the Burnout and Need for Speed devs, which is really cool. New Mega Man 12, Mega Man Dual Overload. Gang of Dragon, which is a Nagoshi led from Nagoshi Studio. It seems like a derivative of the Yakuza series. We also saw... oh yeah, Carolyn, you care about Baldur's Gate, don't you? Divinity is getting a new game. The same people Larian made it. What do you mean you spread some misinformation, Sayoha? What do you mean? This is to do with the terms of service? Yeah, new Divinity looked awesome. The advertisement was terrifying, though. I suppose it makes sense then as to why they advertised at the start that only adult people could be a part of it. But you see, Sayoha, that could be a ploy from them to hide the fact that they're trying to do that. They might be hiding the search results. To not find about the data collection TOS. And at this point, what isn't collecting our data, huh?
The economy will soon collapse.
He got killed in the bunker. Well, isn't it good there's a self-revive in that game that you get from the start? You goofed. Not Motivator. You're all goofed. But that's why we love you.
Fetch me their souls! They're trying to fetch our souls again!
They're trying to fetch our souls again, says Nikolai.
Lambs to slaughter! Dog lambs!
Good job, you find yourself getting cornered. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. That game's a lot more fast-paced, so you need to be more careful. Always watch your back, listen to signs. It's very hard to play that game on silent. And I even have the TV up a little bit because I do not want to make it a problem.
Die, demon spawn! I got fur in my mouth!
And it's very hard to get the bombs here.
This Russian is ready and eager for more blood.
Now, what else was there at the Game Awards? I'm trying to think through, there was... Oh, a second here. Oh, they announced a Tomb Raider remake. I think the remakes of Legacy of Atlantis. And then they announced a new Tomb Raider game called Tomb Raider Catalyst. Which is pretty cool. Having two new games a year after each other. Why did the Street Fighter movie teaser make you sad, Sayo, huh? Honestly, was it the wrestlers? Like, I understand. They're very cringe.
Finally, fair payment for my troubles.
Oh yes, right-wing grifters. Roman Reigns, the Trump supporter. Yeah. I don't know if the Jason Momoa vote right-wing. I couldn't tell you. That's okay, Carlin. Thank you for coming, and please take care. Hope you make the next one. I'll try and make sure it isn't too far away.
Not like I was saving up or anything, Fox. You are soft like pampered Western capitalists.
Good luck. Welcome to the chat, Morgies. I've never seen you before. Thank you for coming. They are doing a new Street Fighter movie, actually. It's not too far away from coming out either.
Fucking Rasputin! Stay dead this time!
I think it is like specifically being done by Legendary Entertainment. I do wish that we could have Raul Julia still as what do you call it? M. Bison. Oh, you're Morx's Awful House. Thank you for coming. Happy you're here. I apologize, I've done a lot of Easter eggs so far, but if you want me to do a rerun over them, I can anytime. I'm just doing a high round at the minute.
Points. You like dirty capitalist.
So they are, and an alleged pedophile is playing Dan Hibiki. You want to cry? You didn't know it was a pedophile. Even if it was alleged, that's worrying. Oh my god. Lack of Raul Julia is a real crime down Morgie. Honestly, I feel like even if he like was playing up a character at the time and he was sick, like I remember hearing that he was sick and he wanted a character that his like children could watch, you could tell he was doing it out of the heart. Every bit of his heart was on that. Didn't shave his mustache. Sayoha, is that Andrew Schultz? Is that the guy that was really loud at the cast reveal?
Labor is good for the soul.
Oh, it's Andrew Schultz. Oh no. I know who you mean now. Oh god. Morgies, I think about the scene where threatened to kidnap the Queen every day of my life. I will admit, I've yet to see his film. I've yet to see the first Street Fighter film. I've really only ever seen clips of Raul Julia. I love the one where he's like, for you, this was the worst day of your life. For me, it was a Tuesday. I would actually really like to watch it sometime. I know Jean-Claude Van Damme's in it, doesn't he? It does rock. It rocks so hard. It was Tuesday. So the one guy you're excited about the new one is Dast Malkian playing M. Bison. Really want to see his take. See, I didn't catch his name. That's a cool name. Boy. You did watch the old one, you don't think you've ever seen all of it in one go. Yeah, as I say, I've only really ever seen clips. I feel like it is one of those movies that most people have seen like on the TV in passing.
Please help pigs. One at time for
They got Jean-Claude Van Damme, the world's most Danish man, to play the all-American hero Guile. Yeah. I love when they get actors that just do not cut what they're trying to do with them. Like, it's really funny. You love old movies. Look at Van Damme French. See, I don't know. Oh, Belgian. Belgian, there you go. Belgians speak French. There's where the confusion would lie. Have you played much of Call of Duty, Marcus Wafflehouse? No. Oh shit. Well, that's that buggered. Bits and pieces, mostly at friends' houses, yeah. That's where I started as well. I actually properly got into it when I was young, when I was a little bit older. My name was Morgan. Well, my real name is Maple, so we're on the exact same terms now.
Double. Where is challenge?
Nice to properly meet you, Morgan. Also, I wasn't really having trouble with your name, I just wasn't sure if I should call you by your handle here or the one I know. That's not kind of an interview show where he and the interviewee lay in coffins and talk about life and death. That's awesome. I want to watch that.
Russians were not built to move so fast.
I never even heard of that before. That is really cool. Please send me the clip of that sometime.
Who could enjoy such a foul concoction? Ugh. Touch me, I kill you, dog!
Okay, I'm gonna have to try and get this. Yeah, yes please. Thank you. Wow. I've been playing COD Zombies since Black Ops 2. I specifically started on Town, which I imagine a lot of people did from Transit. I've always kind of had a weird love-hate relationship with these games. Like, I go in little phases of enjoying playing it. Then I have other phases where I just don't want to be near it again. I don't know why. But as you see, because I got downed, I lost my Draken, which I had from the Ultic. It is not good. Might be able to get it back. Very lucky.
Everywhere they explode! You capitalist hell pigs, die!
He's all enjoying the stream
Supplies
so
are
far.
affordable and plentiful.
It is my
This
first
is
one, but
communist
I'm
way.
trying. Grave Conversations. Okay, I like that. It's a really cool name. I can people have a bit of fun with that sort of thing. The interviews can be really, really mundane depending on who's doing them and how they do them.
This tastes of capitalism.
Fire sale. Fetch me their souls.
Who breeds these things?
I like the music that plays whenever the mystery box has a fire sale on. It sounds like I walked into like a really scummy like con man at his shop. He ends every interview asking the interviewee to give a eulogy of themselves. Oh wow. Oh yeah, no, that is the kind of macabre I like. I would watch that. I actually think I will watch that. Thank you for sharing.
Lambs to slaughter. Dog lambs.
Max ammo.
Hell pigs, my gun is full of bullets. Soon you will be the same.
Finally.
This is flavor unlike anything in Russia.
Bubblegum machines. Oh, they're really nice. There used to be only one of them on the map at one time, way back before they updated the game. And they would change it because people really found it hard to get their bubblegums and actually use them. But now people would say that they kind of overrun the game a bit. There's too many of them and there's too many strong ones. You love those machines, you collected rubber balls from them, not them. I have a few rubber balls from machines like that as well. They'd be outside the supermarket at the front door. Or well, it's just inside the entrance. I keep a lot of the stuff I had since I was young, I can't lie.
Dance the trick of death.
I've been told I'm not bored or games a tad loud. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Oh, well. How's that, Sailor?
Hello, hell pigs. Today you die.
Awesome. I do talk a little bit quiet sometimes, I've been told, so I'm trying. I don't even know how I sound in your end. So hopefully it's not too bad.
I like dogs, but not ones on fire.
The strategy? Oh, you're familiar with the catwalk? It's always been the strategy I've used ever since I was young. It is just the only way I know how to play this map, I cannot lie. Let's see what I got.
During the war,
Nothing wrong with
candy
that.
was a luxury. I never had any.
Hopefully we can get something from this box. We're around 32, we're not doing so bad. Finally, we got the monkey bombs! Oh my god.
Lies.
I didn't get another gun though.
Nothing
Oh,
says
it's not
trouble
good.
like crazed Russian with MG.
32 is the wave I'm on, yeah.
Hey, zombie! Yeah, vas!
33 now, yeah.
Look at how shiny she
Okay.
is.
We're going to have to book it, because I might just die if I'm not careful. Yeah, 33 is around I'm on. Earlier I was dying on round 12, so as you can see I did need just a warm-up. We can do the Easter egg now, which gets us a 6th perk on this map, actually.
So this is what Western children eat? No wonder they're so
Yeah,
skinny.
that's the Wonderwall specific thing they can do, where it, like, it goes through them. I think it's, like, only so many of them, because, like, I got Dead Wire on this thing, which is the secondary ability from Pack-a-Punching it. And the Wonderwall is the main thing that does that. It goes through them, as you can see, like an electro coil. And I've always really liked that about it. It feels a little bit different to any other gun on this map. Like, even the ray gun's a little bit more like a normal bullet weapon.
Like lambs to slaughter, dog lambs. You are soft like pampered Western capitalists.
The one I'm using alchemical antithesis, which gets me rounds for my gun that I'm using for every point that I get. So I'm gonna get more now because it's double points.
Perhaps they will
That's the
stay
monkey
out
bomb,
this
which
time.
is a distraction. Wow. You can see the wave down the bottom
Wonder what
left as you
happened to
saw,
other
so
Nikolai.
if we get over 40, we're doing
One who
okay.
walked with fools. Somehow, I knew my patience would be suitably rewarded.
I do remember being able to cast Chain Lightning on this game. Yeah, no. You're making me think. Are you talking about the magic card? My brain tells me it's something to do with magic. I don't know why.
Richtofen's actions will create
Oh,
chaos throughout all
D&D
of time.
magic. Thank you.
Will he
Thank
never
you.
change?
I needed to be made clear of that. There's someone else in chat. I can only see my messages for some reason. Morgan's Awful House is there. If you see them now. You were the only one talking for a little while, though. It's no harm. I mean, there's only 5 of us here. I don't mind. I'm just happy to have anyone. It'll be up on YouTube anyway for people to watch if people like it. This is educational. Happy to educate. Oh no, I get what you mean, yeah. Okay, lighting's really cool. Lighting in general is really cool. No, it's no problem. Good luck, Morgan. Have a nice evening. Thank you for coming. Good luck. Bye-bye. Henry's red now, he's blue for me. It's kinda weird. Maybe you changed sides.
This almost makes it too easy. Smash, smash, you lie! This Russian does not like enclosed spaces.
You're brown on your side?
My mouth.
That's weird. Why are we all different for each other? Okay. Oh no. I thought there was no more zombie. That's on me for thinking that, I suppose.
Look at all this dead meat. Fucking Rasputin! Stay dead this time!
You're always purple on your skin. You're purple for me too, actually. That should be okay now. Yeah, it didn't travel to that zombie. Let's start this Easter egg. You think you've changed your colour to your preferred light blue? You have for me, anyway, I can tell you that. Zombie Richtofen on the screen. You're blue now. Because I did on all 3 of the teleporters. You get a special perk machine show up. You don't actually get anything for those ones because it glitches with the system a wee bit. It's intentional, it's just not meant to give you anything else. I actually could stream Undertale, I just realised. I have that physically on PlayStation. Might do that sometime. You should play Undertale again. That's really cool. I'd love to play a variety of things with all of you. If I can help you enjoy your day, that will make me happy. Oh, the Motivator's doing okay. Haven't seen him in a while. Oh no. Oh no. Whatever's in the trenches and just listening. How are you getting on the machine?
Pay for their insolence.
Oh. That's our game. that is it. I can't do much about that. Unfortunately. I got to round 35 though. But I did show you nearly everything on the map. The only thing that you would have missed from that is if I had one more monkey bomb, I could have shown you all that you get a specific perk machine with a laser beam from the robot's eye at spawn, and then that laser beam melts the frosted ice on the perk machine far over on the left-hand side of spawn. And it can either be Stamina Up or Deadshot Daiquiri. Stamina Up lets you run faster, Deadshot Daiquiri lets you every shot that you ADS on, aim down sights on, you will automatically go up to their head. It's basically like aim assist. But it's only 1 per game, which is kind of weird. But, what was I going to say? Then I didn't explain the other perks. There was Double Tap, which lets your bullets do 2 times damage with just 1 times the amount of ammo. And then there was Speed Cola, which lets you reload faster. In modern games, it lets you actually spin the mystery box faster too, which really helps when you're trying to run away from zombies. But no, we did our best, we got very far into it, and I'm very, very happy that you were here to see that. The only thing now that I really want to do, and like we've hit the 3-hour mark, which is the amount of time I was hoping to spend on this, is the little bonus thing at the end here. But as you can see, we're leveling up quite a bit. So I got Nikolai here, which is unfortunate because I wanted to have Richtofen here to talk to Richtofen. But, alas, I might have to try and go in and out to get Richtofen so I can do this next part for you all. Don't worry, I'm not doing a full Ulla run. It would be a lot to have this one map be a full Ulla run.
Dr. Maxis.
Okay, unfortunately we only got Dempsey, so we have to go again. This might take a few tries because in the newer games you can actually choose the character, but I want to have Richtofen on the screen so I can do this. This is an external thing, it's not actually within the game. This is what I want it to be. Gonna look really bad on my KD though.
Dr. Maxis.
Oh my god, Nikolai, gee, we're not getting Richtofen at all here. This is very unfortunate. This music is fittingly so. No, so you're right, that was a good run. Honestly, I'm very happy that we got that far, because I got to show off most of the map, and I imagine all of you got pretty comfortable with it. You'll get him this time, you've decided. Thank you, Motivator. I really want to get him this time. Are the characters actually different or just skins? They are skins. They have voice lines that are different, and they're important to the narrative. You see that big list of maps before we went into this cutscene? All of the people are very important. They're actually part of the whole story and is why we're on the maps at all. So, like, you can play as them, but you're at the behest of Orangey. It really just comes up and then goes in its own way. The Motivator was right.
Maxis! No, wait. Compose yourself, Edward. Mission accomplished. Temporal disruption achieved. The future is changed.
So, with Richtofen, I just need him to be on the TV. Just be on the screen. That's all I want. He is the character I wanted to play as, so you could get more of the narrative, so that he could talk more about how he feels about killing his own very self, really, from a different dimension. There's nothing else no other way I can put it. He actually did just shoot himself in the head. And he has to live with that feeling. He has to live with that emotion of making himself feel better, even though he's done something terrible. But yes, here he is. We finally have him. And so, if you're all ready, I have a little poem I wanted to read. Because I'm a poet, I thought I may as well write it. This poem is from the perspective of Dr. Edward Richthofen. It is entitled The Nicest One. What have I done? I ask this every day. Am I having fun? I count each one that I slay. I do not take pleasure, but I do take lives. A better tomorrow to ensure our soul thrives. Mine life has been very long. Mine heart beats ever strong. Mine blood is wanted by the dead. Nine, I will have yours instead. Every single horde that falls is a necessary step towards hallowed halls. Agartha is near. Maxis, we're here. Hide and seek another day. We have no time to reminisce and play. The beacon. Maxis, it is clearly lit. Locate us now, before we are hit. Derice is lost. No one else survives. Don't listen out for solitary cries. Dempsey is next. Der Eisendrach lies. We don't need to mourn the me that has died. That is all. Thank you for listening. I'm happy you were here to listen to it. It is unfortunate that we did not get to play as Richthofen during it, because he might have gained a camaraderie with him, but it is his perspective. He will do anything that he needs to. Thank you very, very much. I'm happy that you thought it was nice. I'm happy you liked it. I'm happy. Woohoo! Thematic. Thank you, Nannery. Cheering and clapping. Thank you very much. I'm happy you were here for it. That's honestly what I wanted to do at the end of this, and I'd like to do at the end of this for every stream going forward. It's like a little footnote, because I did show you the Easter egg, the Flytrap. Wunderbar, as the Motivator has said. The entire point of the Easter egg on the Giant is to send out a beacon to Maxis. And sending that beacon out to Maxis allows for everybody in this party to be found by him and teleported to the next dimension and the next location and timeline that will house the soul of each of their lives at their height of their lives, essentially. When their soul's at their strongest is where they're meant to go and get them. Like for Richthofen there, as I said earlier, he was in control again. He was finally a part of his own life, was ruled by Maxis, even if he was doing things in the background. But having rid of him and having his mind altered by the Moon Pyramid, when he went there himself as well, prior to teleporting Samantha into it, he was changed. But this is not that Richthofen. The one on your screen is the other Richthofen that ends up killing that one who went crazy. And so, as we spin him around, that ends the Giant for today. that is all I intended to do for today. And if there is anything else that you would like me to talk about, or if you would like a little sneak peek of the Reisendrache, seeing the intro cutscene, I will do it for all of you here. Thank you, Silver. I probably will do it every stream. Now, there's only a few maps actually that are involved in this specific story. Like, we started here. I have done this Easter egg before. But if we're doing this one, you see that little gate worm down the bottom right of the picture? This one's filled, this one isn't. I've never done this one. And so if I am to do this one, I will have to do it with a lot more focus. I will have to really try, because I've never done this myself. And so I'll have to figure out exactly how it works, because different specific versions of like your game lock you into doing more steps than you need to. So if I lock myself into that, I can't do it. And so we'd have to restart again. But the Reisendrache, as I hinted in the poem, this is where Dempsey's body will be. This is where his soul is. And this is where they need to get his. So, it's your say now. I either leave it here, or I show you the intro cutscene and then leave it here. Okay? And that's no problem. I'm happy to have shown you what I showed you all. I suppose I'll just ask, was I clear? Because I know I explained a whole lot of stuff at once and I kind of rambled a bit. But I was happy to talk with you all. It's a lot of information at once, but I honestly, 3 hours, I had a lot of fun. It feels like it's just flown by. So thank you for being here, seriously. I really, really appreciate it. I'm happy that you had fun, Nanrate. I really do. It was really cool, Sayoa. I'm happy you could attend as well. Thank you very much. I hope to try and make this a regular thing. I don't know if I'll be able to do it right away next week. I have it scheduled on Twitch for it because I just wanted to make sure people knew it was on. But, nah, it's really just that thing where I just was worried because there was a whole lot of stuff in here. And I died a few times, of course, so it doesn't look great on me. But, when it comes to the story, I was happy I got to show you all Origins, because this actually was where they all started. This is what you would call the PRIMIS crew. They're called PRIMIS, and they're older versions, which are more stereotypical versions of these ethnicities, would be called Ultimus. But the PRIMIS crew are the ones who are going to bring about this next world, this better tomorrow, as Richtofen puts it. And so everything that's coming from it is tied to these 4 people. So with Richtofen's soul as a part of the summoning key, they move on to the Reisendrache to get Dempsey's. Hank Dempsey, as Nanrate loves. So, thank you very much for attending. I'm happy you were here, and I hope to see you next time. The VOD will be up shortly after this, and I would appreciate if you would share it around for anybody who would like to see it. I love you all, and thank you. You've been really cool. Thank you. Bye-bye.